Hello, beautiful people, and how are you all doing today? It's a beautiful Saturday evening, night, morning, wherever you might be joining me from. And it is Parenting Essentials with Hoye. And I'm glad to be here. And today I'll be rounding up on what I started 2 weeks ago on the family and the society. So let me know where you're joining me from. Hello, hello. If you're there, you can hear me, you can see me. Thank you again for joining me, and let me know where you are joining me from and how is the weather like at your end today. It is burning right here. It is hot in the desert. It is fire on the mountain right here. All right, I believe your weather is good. It is not unbearable. Okay. Let me know where you're joining from. We get started shortly talking about the family and the society. I started 2 weeks ago, and I wouldn't want to recap because we want to save time today and finish up with this so that you can get back to whatever you're doing or you're supposed to be doing, or the plan that you have after now. Last 2 weeks I started and I talked about what is the family and what the society mean in the layman language. So if you are not if you didn't see that video, just go ahead after this broadcast. You can just go ahead and watch that so that you can have clear understanding of where we are coming from and how did we get to this point today. And I spoke about the role and identity. What role, what identity? Is it a must to be a father? Who is a father? A man become a husband, and husband become a father. I talked at length in that video. Just go ahead and check it out. And there's something very profound that I said, and I'm going to say that again in case you're not aware or you have heard it before or you're hearing it for the first time. I want you to know that family is the production factory of the society. Whatever we see in the society today, maybe we are complaining about the government, we are doing this, or we have something that we want to applaud. I want you to know that each and everyone, each individual are coming from a family. So everyone that we have around us today are a product of a family. So don't forget that. So anytime you want to complain about something, always remember, let's check the family, because that is the beginning point. That is the foundation. That is the engineering of humanity. Okay. And those are the things I stated 2 weeks ago. So just go ahead and watch the video to give you clarity, because I am just going to jump to how the family influences the society. I'm just going to use few minutes and I'll be out of here. Today, I'm going on to speak about how the family influences the society. Also, vice versa. I'm going to talk about how the society is also a big influence to the family. All right. If you're there, you want to get your juice, you want to get your coffee, whatever you think you want to drink at this moment, just get it closer to you. In the next few minutes together with me, and we're going to having a relaxed moment. No pressure at all while we talk about these things, because we want to learn more. It's all about having a broader understanding of what the humanity is and how we can deal with each and individual, and how that concerns our family and ends how it's going to affect our parenting. All right. Once again, I want to say thank you for joining me. And if you're seeing my face for the very first time today, my name is Hoye Esther, and I'm your family life practitioner and your parenting coach. Okay, so how do family influence the society? How do you think the family can impact the society? We have already said that the production factory of the society is family. Whatever you see in the society all comes from the family. I think that already speaks louder that we know that we cannot separate the society and family. Likewise, we cannot separate family from the society. These two are not, they're inseparable, and there are quite a lot of things that go hand in hand. It's like you can't just stand on one leg. You need your two legs to walk, except for those who have issues, and they always get support. All right. Values and character building. Our family is going to influence our society with our values. And I'm sure if you're familiar with listening to me, you have heard so much about talking about our family values, our individual values, and how it affects us and how it's going to in turn affect the next person to us. The moment we are affecting the next person to us, either positively or negatively, we are in turn affecting the society. So with our values and our character, this is going to be a major way that we can affect the society, because children who are raised in an healthy family, they are going to learn maybe your values are respect, maybe they are kindness, honesty, whatever it is that you have made, that you have aligned for your family, that you already call family values, and your children are aware of it. Every member of the family are aware of this. You as a parent, you are aware of this. These things are going to be what we are going to project outside. These values are what your children are going to project outside when they get out and they are with the society. So this is one way that the family influences the society, because when we try as much as possible to build healthy family with values. Imagine I'm raising my children with values that I know that this is who we are. Another family next to me, maybe everybody left and right, are also raising their children with families, with values. And once these children come together, tell me, what do I need to worry about? I'm going to worry less, because I know that there are values coming all together, and these values are going to come together and it's going to be a masterpiece. But we live in a generation and time that, you know what, you barely cannot close your eyes when it comes to the issue of parenting. Because you can only vouch for yourself what you're doing in your family and what you're doing with your children. No matter how you think the other person is a trusted member or a trusted family, trusted friend, you cannot guarantee for sure 100%, especially with what we are seeing around the world today. Over the week, I've seen a lot. Last week, especially this month, I've heard a lot. I've seen a lot. I've seen children be molested under their own parent roof for 2 years, where children are not even saying anything to their parent. And these people who are doing these things, awful things to those children, are trusted family members. So we live in a different time now. We live in a different generation. And I believe you're aware of this. It's no more news. So let's go back to values. So imagine that everybody's awake. Everybody's on our toes. I'm very, very serious with my family value. You are serious with your family value. Maybe the world will one day be a better place. But what most of us are doing at this moment is, you know what? I'm just going to protect my children. I'm going to have them have values. And every other child out there is not my business. My dear, your children are not safe. If you think you can just, you can have a shield on your children every time, and that is it. And whatever is happening next door is not your business. Oh, your children are not safe. So we can only hold hands and say, hand in hands together, we're going to stand. Because these qualities that is going to come from my family and your family is going to make our society a better place. So let's talk about, what about children who are being raised from parents without values? What do you think is going to be come out of this such children? Some parent, I'm going to talk about the shared values. Maybe you're a couple, you're raising your children, but as a couple, you don't have a shared values. And this is so common in this time and age. You know who you are. It doesn't really matter to you. And, love, it's all love that matters. Meanwhile, the man or the lady you want to get married to, you know that, your values are not aligned. You know what? We're just going to go ahead with the marriage. Everything is going to be okay. Your beliefs are not aligned. When we talk about the belief alignment, belief assessment, a lot of people don't even know what you're talking about. What comes to mind is, when they talk about belief assessment or belief alignment, maybe they want to check if it's a Muslim or a Christian or a Buddhist or a Hindu. It goes beyond that. That's not what we're talking about. But this is not where I'm going to today. But if you want to know more about alignment, you can just send us a DM and you can run this assessment. All right. We're talking about values today. Some children are being raised without values. However, some children are also raised without a shared values. That means the father believes something different is okay, and the mother also believes something different is okay. But these two things, or these their values, are all good values. But think about the kind of confusion this can bring to children or to a child. If you talk to people are relocating every time, right from how many years, out of ages past. And if you talk to somebody, maybe your dream country is going to be a certain country, maybe in the Asia or in America or in Europe. And that is your dream country. You'll be surprised when you're talking to another person and they say, no, I just want to go to the desert. I just want to go to Asia. You're like, are you okay? Are you serious? Because whatever it's against what you think it's your dream country, they're just speaking like language that you don't understand. So imagine these countries are all good, but that is not your own destination. And a child who is going on the way to Canada, for example, another one is going to Far East, maybe to UAE. Imagine Canada and UAE. Can you see the distance apart? Every country is good, depending on what you want for yourself and your family. And these two parents, I'm just using this as an example for value so that we can understand. I want to bring it close to us so that we can have clarity and understanding. And he said, we are going to UAE. Another one parent said, we are going to Canada. And everything is on this child. This child is going to be a confused human being because one moment is working with the map going to Canada. Another moment, I still need to work with the map going to the UAE. And these routes are not the same route. So that is what I'm talking about when we talk about parent without shared values. I believe I've been able to explain this in a very simple language. And this is what a lot of people are doing with their children. Parents who they do not have shared values. So what do you think is going to be an outcome for such a child? Or what should be done in this case? Do you think this kind of child who is being raised in a state of confusion is going to be any way make the society a better place? What's your thought? I want you to just think about it. You can just drop your opinion. What am I talking about? Is in case you're just joining me today, I'm talking about how the family influences the society. I've spoke about the values, how our values are going to be a great impact to our society. And I'm talking about the shared values, how values that are not shared with the parent can be a major confusing factor for a child or children. So family also can influence the society by leadership. You know, we complain so much about our leaders, our governments. You know, small thing, we are all complaining. But meanwhile, you're not checking yourself. You're not checking your family. You don't know that those children you are raising today, they're going to be the leaders of tomorrow. But meanwhile, you're already making a lot of confusion. You're already making a lot of things that can destroy the future of these children. They are not even trustworthy because that is what you're telling them to do. They're already liars as a child because you're already telling them, you know what, go to the door and tell that person I'm not at home. These things, they look so simple. They look just normal. It's a white lie, black lie, whatever you think you're saying. Meanwhile, you're modeling to the leader of tomorrow how to go about their leadership. But you just be there and be complaining about your governor, your president. They don't just wake up one day and just, they're grown and they are just the government. No, they are also from a family. So the question is, what went wrong? What went wrong? So that little thing that you're doing that you think, it's just little thing. It doesn't really matter. Can you just pay more attention to that thing today so that your child who is going to be a great person in the future will not be the talk of the town in a negative way in another generation? That who raised this one? Are you doing a job truly that somebody tomorrow will say, this child is raised well? I know you have a lot going on in your mind. I say, coach, you don't know what you're talking about. Some people were actually raised well, but they just chose their own path. I don't want to go to that direction today. When we talk about raising a self-governed child, it's different from you just trying to mold a child. Previously, earlier this month, I was talking about unfolding a child. And I believe if you are on the journey of visionary parenting, you understand what unfolding means by now, rather than just molding a child. You just want to fix that child rather than just raising an obedient child who doesn't understand the why. And I'm trying to tell you that many of those people that you think, I knew them when they were growing up. They were so amazing. They listened to their parent. They were the best children around the world. But now it's so unfortunate that he became the governor or he's holding a particular position and there's no integrity. They were actually being forced to obey. The why of the whole situation wasn't clear. They're just doing it. And that is why you have to be intentional in unfolding. Not just do this, do that. Most of our children are just going to say, okay, mommy, and okay, daddy. They will listen because of the fear, because of the panic, because of the punishment. And you hear parents saying, you know what? I did all. I don't know how they turned out to be. Many of the time, these children are actually victims, but parents tend to play the victim. I'm not trying to go all here today. I'm going out of line, but I think somebody needs to hear this. Parents are so good in playing the victim. I did my best. I put them in good school. I was always there. But what did you do actually? Can you please be genuine? Be sincere to yourself in reflecting on this journey. And it's never too late, whatever stage your children are. I don't want to know the stage or the age. It's never too late. There is always a solution. There is always a solution. And why a lot of people waited for this time is because they were always looking for a quick fix, trying to fix it. Something didn't go on where you just patch it and just punish the child. The child did not even understand the why. You just punish it down. All right, let me go ahead. That's not where I'm going to today. So the leadership of the family is going to affect the society. How you have raised your children. Imagine a family that have the value of leadership, and you have instilled this into your children. They are going to be conscious of this when they go out. Even when you are not there as a father or mother, when you're as a parent, you are not around. They will be conscious that this is who we are. We stand for leadership. That is why the importance of values, family values, cannot be overemphasized. Am I making sense to you? Are you there? Am I audible? Drop your comment if you can hear me and if you can see me. And if you're getting the point, let me know that you're getting the point. Who is there with me? Who is there with me? All right, I'm just going to go ahead. So, also, family is going to influence the society by stability. A strong family is going to, is going to reduce crime. And this still going back to what we call the family values. It's still going back to what we call family values. It's going to reduce crime. PF was teaching us one of these days, and sometimes ago, and he said when he was growing up, the father would put a coin, and if the father asked them to go take something, they dare not move the coin from where the coin is. Sometimes you can accidentally the coin must not move from the position. If you touch it by accident, it's a crime. That is how much they were so conscious of not even making accident to touch what is not theirs. So when we're saying that the family who has been a healthy family is going to reduce the crime in the society, that also brings us back to whatever values we have, because I believe it's a great value. Honesty. It's a great value. I think a lot of people that are falling into crime is because these values are not in line. We just think it's okay. And some of these people, they are victim of their parent. However, these parents are also victim of their own parent. So how do we stop this circle? Because it will always go on. That is why you can't just fold your hands and rest your head and say, you know what? I know my children cannot even get to that location. I know my children cannot even get to this. Stand up and do something today. If you save a child today, maybe that child will end up saving 2 other children. You can't sleep. And when we say we can't sleep or you can't sleep, a lot of people didn't take it personal, like, what's my business? It's your business, because we are still on this side of the world. We are all in this world, and your children are all here. And they're going to meet with those people. Oh, they're not going to meet. My children are going to the best school. You never can tell. When it comes to value, it's not about those who can afford expensive schools. Some people can actually afford everything good, but they lack values. Yes. All right, think about it very well. So family also is going to help our society with economic growth. Because family is going to contribute by working. We're going to raise our children not to be lazy. We're going to raise them to be able to save something. They know that, there's dignity in labor. We are not going to, this is the work of a family. And these children are going to go ahead and push out this knowledge. And this is how family can influence the society in a positive way. I need to run because time is gone. I need to run. We talk about, there is also about emotional health, stability. A loving family is going to provide emotional resilience for individuals, emotional regulation, our mental health. You see a lot of people struggling with their mental health, and most of them, they cannot even understand. They don't know the underlying issue, because over the time, their parent who raised them have passed on anxiety to them. And a lot of us have anxiety issue, but we are not even aware. You panic in front of your children for everything. This is it. Oh, the food is burning. Oh, all they see every time is panic. And the children thought this is just the way of life. By default, they're just going to become you. So what are we doing with our children? A lot of things are looking simple, are just ordinary. A lot of things, we don't count them as big deal. But a lot needs to be done in a positive way with our children and family. And when it comes to society, we can't just be blaming society when we are not doing our own self-check. Self-evaluation, realistic check. Be sincere to yourself. Am I doing what I should do? Am I being truthful to myself right now? And only few people can actually do that. But we need to be sincere and get to that point. So how does society influence the family? How the society influences the family? We have the cultural norm. We have the law. And because of time, because I don't want to keep this to next week, I'm just going to be very, very fast. The cultural norm. This is how it should be. Sometimes when you are doing something and your children ask you, Mommy, why is this? You don't actually know why. You know. But what you do every time is just a kind of defense. Telling them, you know what? You don't ask questions from an adult. Because you know, with that deep down within you, you don't know your why. And there's a lot of cultures. I did cultures in a few months ago this year, and I talked a lot about this. You can watch these videos so that you can understand where I'm coming from. It's been a journey. Society is going to expect at a certain age, you should be married. Society is going to be imposing a role that you are not ready for on you. And it's become a norm that, because even the people that we look up to, like the parents, the clergy, the spiritual people, are also doing the same, ignorantly. Oh, you're 30 now, you're not married, you're turning 40. Am I saying it's up to the person? We should give people breathing space. And I was talking about this also last week. Is marriage a beautiful thing? Yes. Am I married? Yes. Am I enjoying my marriage? Yes. Do I need to give another person who is not ready or who has not seen the person they have similar values and they can go hand in hand? Should I give another person pressure? No, that's not me. That's not my job to give somebody the role and responsibility they are not ready for. And I'm not supposed to give them pressure. If I get bothered about it, I can pray in my secret place not to make them feel less of themselves and go in tune with what the society is telling them. And this is how society has influenced our family. And it's so unfortunate that many of our parents that raised us in the previous generation, they are doing harm than good even till now because of their self-ego. I've been going to weddings. I've been buying clothes. Mommy, you chose to buy the clothes. Please leave that lady alone. Let her take her time. She didn't ask you to keep buying clothes. You had the money and you bought the clothes. No, everybody is, I'm the only person. You are just giving me this grace. You are 33 now. Can you please take a cold drink and don't give that lady or that guy headache? It's your money. You chose to use it the way you want to use it. I wish some of our mothers are watching this video right now. And this is the truth they don't want to hear. Am I telling you you should just be nonchalant about these things? No, I'm not. But take your time. Take your time. It is very important. Marriage is beautiful when you're married to the right person. There is no need for you to be under pressure from the society and marry amiss. Then after 6 months, you're regretting, and after 2 days, I say, "Oh, what have I done to myself?" So, the society can also influence the family. It can be positive or negative. And whatever I've been highlighting because of time has been that some negative effect of the society on the family. Another thing is the gender role, marriage age. I've already mentioned that. You are a man. You should do everything. And the lady is not even helping. You can see the situation. The man was doing fine before, had a good job, but something happened, couldn't cater for the house. And the wife is like, you know what, that's the role of a man. Even when you can help as a lady. You just want to give that man high blood pressure and die, and you be crying. Your husband is dead. Because the society is the man must provide. Is the sole provider. These are situations that the society have negatively influenced the family. Economic condition is also there. These are ways that the society can influence. We have the media, we have the technology. I just want to run through. A lot of people have been moved by what they see on the media. Technology is improving. Some people cannot even sleep. Once a latest model of your phone is out, you don't have peace until you buy it. That is how much the society has influenced you as a person. With the drive of the growth in technology. If you can afford it, okay. But why giving yourself a headache? You are using iPhone 14 or iPhone what? And some people are so addicted and you want to buy another iPhone. You don't have the money. You don't have the money, but you want to just go and borrow or just go and you just want to make name. You just want to make noise that you do. This is how much the society is influencing the family, influencing the individual. Trends. You know how much a song can go on a trend and everybody's going to take it. It can be a blessing. It can be a great song. It can be a ministration. Also, something negative can go on a trend on social media. And this is how it's going to run through. And those children that you have orchestrated on social media because you think, they're Gen Z, it's okay. This is how they're going to absorb those negative things also. Then you'll be complaining, I raised you well. Why did you get this attitude for? You gave your 8 years old happy birthday gift. Say it's your birthday, it's your 80th birthday now, iPhone 16. I'm not saying don't buy it your money. You're raising your child, I'm raising my own children. If that is what is aligned with your family values, but I will advise you to check it again. Oh, I raised this child well. Where is he seeing all these things? You already endanger those children and you are playing victim. This is not where I'm really going to today. If I'm coming for you, if that thing is eating you, then you need to check well. If it sounds like something you need to hear, I need to round up. Time is up. I've seen parents with full of drama. And I'm not apologetic in calling it drama. Parent, be it father or mother, can be full of drama. Coach, I raised this child well. I don't know what actually happened. You orchestrated the danger and you are here playing the victim. All right, we can do better. We can do better. We must not let the society dictate what is right for us. You have to know what is right for you. Yeah, when I started today, I was using the example of location to explain our values when I was talking about shared values. So also when it comes to what our family should stand for. You see a family that they're doing well, you don't know how they're doing it. But from the outside appearance, when you meet them in church, in mosques, in temple, you like what they do, but you can't really say what is going on. You want to copy them. Then you see another family, they're doing something that you really like. You want to copy this, you want to copy that, you just want to use everything. You will end up becoming nobody, no identity, because you don't have a roadmap. This is how much people are lost into the society. It is good to learn from good people. It is good to emulate good things, but be careful. Be sure of what you're learning from. Be sure that you are doing a very good copy and write. Don't confuse yourself. One moment you get to tell the children, our family value is different today, because you went to your friend's house and you feel that whatever they have said is their family value is so sounding better than what you have said before. Then you call a family meeting again and say, today, we are changing our family values. It's no more this is what we are changing. Then 1 month later, you go to another friend's house. You see what their family values are. You see what the children are learning, the special skills. Then you get home. You know what? Enough. You cannot continue to play football. You need to start playing hockey. Because you saw your friend's son doing that. You can't be a confused parent and want to raise amazing children. You cannot be a confused parent who is controlled by the society and you want to raise amazing family. I'm not worried about you, sincerely. I'm just concerned about this growing glory, because their destiny is amazing and they have target, they have goals also. But because you want to just be the authority, you just want to bring confusion to them. Please don't do that. So always check yourself. Always make sure that you are aligned. And this can be an issue of mental health sometimes. But when we talk about these things, it's like, oh, why are they always saying I'm mad? Nobody's saying you're mad. We need to always check ourselves. I do self-check every time. And you should do the same too. If you are just confused every time, you might need to talk to a therapist. You might need to talk to a counselor to help you out. You might need to get clarity. And I've said it before. You might not even know how to come about your family values or vision statement, and we are just a DM away. We're just a DM away. We're going to help you out to come up with your family values, your vision statement, your mission statement, what you stand for, and get clarity on your family at a safe pace. All right, if you have any question, let me know. If you want me to say something a little bit more, maybe I can, but maybe a lot of it you have to have a personalized session. Or I believe you have a little more clarity when you talk about the family and the society with these teachings. And I'm going to be rounding up this today, and we're going to be talking about a different thing entirely coming next week. So don't forget that family is the production factory of the society. Whatever you see about the society, whatever complaint or compliment you have, that is a work of a family. You see an amazing person, amazing manager, amazing leader, amazing CEO, and you're just complimenting and commending the work of that person. That is a product of a family. And if you see a tout or somebody that you know, my goodness, what is this? That is a product of a family. So my question is, how will your product look? Let's leave all those things and mind our own business for a moment. How will my product look? What will people say about the product I'm making? What will be the testimony? I say, oh, this is an amazing product. Do I think I can actually pat myself at the back and tell myself, oh yeah, well done. You and Yinka, you have done well. If that is not the case, then I'm a failure. And just say that to yourself. If it's not the case, you failed. And nobody want to fail. We are not going to fail on our children. But beyond saying that I'm not going to fail on my children, we need to be more intentional. We need to be ready to check ourselves, to have a self-critics, Just be truthful to yourself and evaluate yourself. And I've said it many times, and I'm going to say it again. Anytime I have something that I think is not going well in the life of my children, I always leave them and check myself first. Because if I check in depth, I will know that something went wrong, and it's from me. And this is what a lot of people cannot do. You are not sincere. You are not sincere. So I want to say thank you so much for joining me today. So if you're seeing my face for the very first time today, my name is Oyelayo, Oye for short, and I'm your family life practitioner and your parenting coach. And 2 weeks ago, I started talking about the family and the society. And today, I just rounded up to see how the society can influence the family and vice versa. And I believe it's been a wonderful time with me today. Let me see who is there with me on my personal account on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. If you have any question, in 1 minute, I'm going to be out of here. Let me know. Drop your question, or you can send a DM, and I will try as much as possible to get back to you. I'm not sure we are live on Instagram. Okay, we are not live on Instagram today. I apologize. YouTube, thank you for joining me today. As we go, don't forget, as I always say, be reminded, and it's very, very important and it's very essential, that parenting must be intentional. Parenting must be purposeful. Parenting must be full of vision. And this vision is what is going to guide you jealously. And that is why we say, only the vision guide. I'll see you again next week on another beautiful episode. Bye for now and stay blessed. God bless you.